Hey guys! Today I'm going to be doing a Pokemon tag that I created. But Pokemon is something that I have been obsessed with since I was a little kid. So I decided to take my love of Pokemon and my love of books and make my own Pokemon book tag. I did watch a lot of Pokemon book tags before I made this one, so I'm pretty sure all but the first question is original, but I may be wrong. There were hundreds of them and I didn't have time to watch all of them. But I do know my first question was on several book tags. Well, without further ado, let's get started. Question 1. Pikachu, a book that shocked you. For me, this was definitely The Call by, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce this author's name. A lot about this book shocked me, mainly the violence, but there were a lot of plot twists I didn't see coming, and the characters themselves were a very big shock, and especially what was happening to them. Really, overall, this book was just one big shock to my system, and I really cannot wait to read the next book. Question 2, Bye Bye Butterfree, a book that made you cry. I don't cry a lot, but when I do, it's mainly because of books, and then I'm like ugly crying. And the book that made me ugly cry the worst was Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare. This book had me in so much emotional turmoil in that epilogue. If you go back and you actually watch my discussion video for this book, I actually start crying during the video. I need to stop talking about it because I think I'm going to start crying again. Question 3, Magikarp, a book that completely flopped for you. This basically means you hate it, didn't enjoy it, or you just ended up not finishing it because it was a major disappointment. And for once, I'm not going to say The Fifth Wave, but that book was a flop for me. The whole series was. For this question, I'm going to go with Keep Holding On by Susan Calsanti. But I just don't know, this book was very disappointing and it really wasn't what I was expecting. The first half of the book, there was just so much repetition that it was annoying, and the second half of the book I was basically just reading it so I could finish it. It seemed like some parts dragged on and other parts were kind of rushed. Really, I didn't hate this book. I really loved the message that it conveyed, but really I was just expecting so much from it, and yeah, my expectations came crashing down like within the first few chapters. Question 4, Togepi, a book you read to put yourself in a happy mood. For this, I had to go with Harry Potter because, let's be honest, I mean, who doesn't read Harry Potter to put themselves in a happy mood? There's 2 reasons why this book would put somebody in a happy mood. The first reason being that they just love Harry Potter. The second reason being that they need to read about a character whose life is worse than theirs. And even though Harry has magic on his side, his life is definitely not the easiest. I can get very moody throughout the year because of family issues, so I kind of read Harry Potter for both of those reasons. But normally it's just because I love Harry Potter. Question 5, Charizard, a fictional place you wish you could fly to. And for this, I mean truly fictional, as in the place does not exist on this earth. So that means dystopians like Divergent and the Maze Runner and the Hunger Games, those do not count because those are actually physical places that exist. They are just like in a corrupt government setting. So the places do exist, so they can be counted for in this question. I actually spent a lot of time trying to figure out what fictional place I would want to fly to, and besides Hogwarts, who wouldn't want to fly to Hogwarts? I felt that I should choose something besides that, so my second choice was The World Tree in the Magnus Chase series by Rick Riordan. The only downside to visiting the World Tree is the people there are either gods, Valkyries, or they're dead. And it's not exactly the safest place because everyone there is constantly killing each other. I'd hate to be in that line of fire. But I really want to see what the interior of this place looks like. So I'm willing to risk the danger. Question 6, Snorlax, a book that you fell asleep reading. This can be for either a positive or a negative reason. It's like either you love the book so much that you couldn't stop reading and you fell asleep, or the book just bored you so much that you fell asleep. For this, I'm going to have to go with The Silver Shadow by Rochelle Mead. I literally stayed up all night reading this book, and I was kind of on a medication that didn't allow me to sleep at the time, so it wasn't that big of a hassle, but as soon as I finished this book, I crashed for like a couple hours before I started the last book in the series. So technically I didn't fall asleep reading this book, but I crashed right after I finished it. And that's kind of the closest I've ever come to falling asleep reading a book, at least that I'm aware of. Question 7. Eevee, your ultimate OTP. I've said this in several videos, but here it is once again. Malik, the relationship between Magnus and Alec is just so cute and adorable, and I really want more relationships like theirs. And last but not least, question 8, Ditto. Who do you tag? I don't know a lot of people who actually like Pokemon besides PokeTubers, so the only booktuber I know that actually plays Pokemon is Kat from Katytastic, so I'm gonna tag her. And I tag anyone else watching this video that loves Pokemon and books. Well, that is it for this video. Let me know in the comments below if you guys decide to do this tag. And if you don't have a YouTube channel, feel free to answer these questions in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!